Hello, MHC fans. After doing the SuperMax Challenge in November, I really liked that world and that idea of fixing up a prison. And I tried to do a 10th episode or put in a few more days' work on that world. But I died. And instead of going back into the same world again, I decided to try some random seeds. And after a couple where I wandered around and couldn't find a village, I found this seed. And so brought you back to spawn there. And I thought I'd show off kind of where I am in this world. I've established myself, so you can see I'm going to walk directly from spawn to the village that I found. Didn't do that exactly the first time. I wasn't quite so lucky. I walked around a bit before I got here, but as you can see, it's not far away. And I will include this seed in the description in case anybody wants to give this a try. It's a very cool village. It's one of these two-tier villages. So the first thing I saw was this church and a house up here, which I've done a little addition to. And the farms, as you can see, I've changed from potatoes and carrots to some turnips or netherwort, whichever one you want to call it. This house was, originally just one of those shops, and I fixed it up a bit. I've got my bookshelves and ender chest and enchanting tables and things in here. And I fixed up the church over here into my nether portal and brewing station. And then you can start seeing below the prison, including prison guard. I believe I have 2 prison guards now. So let me show you around a bit. Now originally the village was here. It spawned, as you can see, on 2 tiers. And let me take you down the outside. So there's this big cliff here. There's no way down except around the back. I put a ladder in, but some stairs on the other side, which we'll show off later. But go around the original way I came into the village, was coming down here. And I've cleaned this up a bit. There's a little more overhang, but there's this really dark cave area over here. You can see the church actually spawned this cobblestone all the way down to ground level. And here at ground level now I have my SuperMax prison. And here is one of my entrances. I'll show you this entrance a little bit more later. This was the other shop house, which I've made a functional part of the prison now. And on this side of the village, I've set up my farms. So you can take another look at the prison here. I've basically taken out all of the main houses in the village. There was one library and a couple of shops. And set up a tree farm here. So we're in sand and plains. There were no trees at first. It was very much like the seed that Michael had us do for November. I expanded the farms greatly. So now I have a carrot farm and a very large wheat farm. These are primarily for trading. And this is my garden house. I have a chest full of seeds and things. I have pumpkins here too. So now I'll take you inside the prison. So what I did was clear out all the houses and built these cells. I kept the design from my first prison, but I made some different touches. Michael had noted that with my first design, baby zombies could hop over a single block here. So I went with something that looks more like horizontal bars. And I labeled each of my prisoners in terms of the trades that I would likely want to do with them. For example, this toolsmith has a nice efficiency and unbreaking 2 pick for not terrible price. That's a great pick for the nether, for example. Like in our village from MHC, we got lots of toolsmiths and butchers, and what we did in this village, I got a Fletcher, a couple of clerics, and 3 librarians, one of which, this is probably my favorite librarian. Check out these trades. First of all, 25 paper, which is nice. This is an amazing book for only 6 emeralds to get an infinity bow. And then Fire Aspect for 7 emeralds and Power 4 for 31 emeralds. Name tag's a bit expensive, but that is a great librarian. I call that librarian Bo. Took his infinity and Power 4 and made myself this bow here, as you can see. Unbreaking 3, Infinity 1, Power 4. It's a fantastic bow. We have another librarian here who give me some fire protection books. But the rest of his books, I haven't even activated him yet because he's so expensive. We have leather workers. Fishermen are down here. They're really good. This guy's only 16 coal for an emerald, which is kind of nice. Although his fishing rod is not very good. This guy's a better fishing rod. Oh, nope, same one. A little cheaper. Spawned in 2 of these guys, which is great. I think they look wonderful wandering the hallways. There's the other one. Got to be careful of the guards, and they also keep you honest. Definitely never harm these prisoners, as you can tell. My main emerald producers are the farmers. We have one who, this guy will 20 wheat, which is good. It's actually not my best anymore, but he has a 9 pumpkin trade, which is nice. 15 potatoes from this guy is the best potato trade out there. This guy for 15 carrots. And I just recruited another really expensive librarian as well. So in addition to the original prisoners, these prisoners in this cell block over here are actually prisoners that I converted. And I just added a new prisoner to the cell block. I think he'll probably be around the corner over here. Oh, nope. Let's see where he is. Oh, no, this is him, actually. I guess I just put him in a cell. He's kind of hiding in the corner. Come on out. There you go. And he's 18 wheat, which is fantastic. The rest of the trades I have better farmers for, but... by interrogating my witnesses, this is my interrogation box. I keep my supplies for interrogations in here, so we'll do that. And this is what I get. So a couple, 3.5 stacks of emerald so far. Actually, quite a bit more. I use the emeralds to buy all my bookcases, except for I think the 7 that came with the library. And I also spent 31 emeralds alone on the Power 4 for my bow. Oh, so I do have a new villager to show you. Here he is, and he is another farmer. Nice. We will let this guy out here into the general population, and I like to invite my new villagers to have a little run of the place for a little while. I completely lit up and safe. So I'll show you the function of this building. This is my control room. This is the intake building for prisoners. So I have a lever here that will open the outer door. lever here that will open the inner door. We'll keep the inner door closed for now. And I do have buttons so I can get out quickly if I need to. But with the outer door open, I can come out here and find zombie villagers. And they nicely line up on the wall for us. And I interview them. And this guy is not a candidate for prison. He's just a insurgent, so we will get rid of him. But very often there are our intake wall here has a zombie villager, and when it does, I get their attention with whacking them on the head with a loaf of bread. If I get more than one, sometimes I can drop them in the waiting hole here. Even if they're holding something, I've even left a guy here for a couple of days. Give them a cover. And when we're ready, we have them follow us in here. And as they follow us in here, I go through this door. And while they're still trying to follow me, I run in here and I close the other door behind them. And now they're locked in here. And we have our chest. Potions of weakness, golden apples. And through this method, I think we can fill up the prison completely over the next... oops, I actually want to just use this. So that'll be my goal as I work on this world, really fill all the prison cells. I might do some prison sorting and other things, and continue to work on the design. But I'd love to hear what you think. So, show you just a little bit of the bowels. Oh, here's another guy. He's not a potential prisoner, so we will rid ourselves of him. Do not like when they do that. Ruin my garden. That's why we have this right here. Now here, I'll show you how this works. So here's a potential prisoner. So yes, so we get his attention. He'll follow us around here. I haven't been able to quite do one every night. You know, there are some nights you have really bad luck and you don't get any zombie villagers around, but almost every night you can get a new prisoner. So come on into the interview room, into the holding cell here. You can see he comes in. I close the door behind him. There he is. And let's go ahead and grab a potion of weakness, and I'll stand back. It should get him. Boom. So sometime about morning, I'll have a new recruit. There he is, working away, and you can see this is great because he's nicely covered. I just have to be careful to stick in the area until he converts. All right, so I'm glad I got to demonstrate that. Let's go ahead and fix up the garden that they ruined, though, on me here. Oh, I left my hoe. I'm not wasteful. I'm going to go back and get it. Silly to put that in there. Wonder where that... Oh, see, that farmer's already hiding in here. I could take advantage of that. Let me see if I have any building supplies in here. No, I don't have any, just plain stone, so we'll leave him. I don't mind letting the farmer run around. He might even harvest some crops for us while he's getting used to the place. Okay, so we fixed up our pumpkin farm here. Put these guys away. And show you how we made this progress. So one of the first things we did when we got here was we found a nice cave. And actually this cave, I went that way the first time. These joined the same way, as you can see here. And headed down and actually made it all the way down. There's a big ravine. And this proceeds all the way down to diamond level. And got my first diamonds. But and here's another way across the ravine to see. And I've done some cave exploring and lit everything up down there to try to increase the number of mobs on the surface so I could get my prisoners. But I've also carved out quite a large strip mine. It's quite short on this direction. You can see it's only about 20 blocks. I'm at, I think it's about an x equals 120, so I went to x equals 100 in that direction. Close that up. And each one of these tunnels down here, it goes to x equals 200, so there's about 80 blocks in that direction. And as you can see, quite a few tunnels dug, which is why I have nice amount of levels. Great tools. I've got a nice pickaxe, fortune pickaxe, and things. So this is my world so far. Basically, I have only left this area one time to kind of to go find the end portal, which I just secured, and I'll take you there with me to go see the end portal before I figured I'd show the world off before I went to fight the dragon, because that is how I lost my world, the original SuperMax world. I went to the end portal. Very disappointing fortress in that map, but I really wanted to get some levels, so the easiest way was getting the dragon. I think I'll take this horse. So I like these this stable design. I hope it's a very easy stable design. You can run your horse right in, right out. The only downside is with these pressure plates is other mobs. Like I had this cow was wandering around up here, and it would step on the pressure plates. And one time I found my horse wandering around. But yeah, so we'll head over to the end portal. I also did quite a bit of work in this ravine here, and down there, it was actually one of the reasons I did all this work was you can see. Not sure if you can see this, but let me get off the horse here and I can show you maybe. Right down here, you could see in the side of the wall, you can see there's a cobblestone pillar there. It was a little more obvious before I put all this cobblestone in there, but there was basically a half of a dungeon was sticking out. I did not turn it into a mob grinder. I sorely tempted to. It was a skeleton spawner, but trying to follow MHC rules and not do any mob grinding. But I did find another saddle there, which was nice, and have a nice place to go back to. There's I just really built out and made it safe so I could ride my horse at full speed. This is the first time I'm doing it at breakneck speed. As you can see, I came over here one time. I'm going to get off my horse because there's somebody coming over here. Starting a stable on this side. I think, as you can see, that was a great ride. We're only about 600 blocks away. Follow my torch path. And this, I'm thinking, will be kind of a nice retirement fishing hut. I'm looking forward to getting my fishing pole out, sitting on my dock, enjoying cocktails. But right now, show you one last little part of the world, and then I'm going to sign off. Down here is my end portal. There we go. So we need 5 more Eyes of Ender, which we will check in right there. And there you go. You guys got to be here when I activated my end portal. So that is my SuperMax world. Take 2. As I said, I really enjoyed this challenge and inspired me to play in this world for the month. I don't think I'm going to be able to play in my Great Race world after the Great Race is over, so I'm going to probably continue tooling around in this world until we get to Minecraft Hardcore Challenge for January, which I'm looking forward to. If you want to see more of this world, let me know in the comments. I will post a video again, and maybe after I hopefully kill the dragon, maybe get a beacon set up. The main point of getting the emeralds was to have a beacon. So we'll see what we can do. So until next time, signing off.